Hey gang, welcome back to the Genre Files. We haven't been gone that long really, but we decided to, kick it off with 4 more weeks. And since we just got done with films from A to Z, we thought, hey, it'd be a good idea to just get a couple more weeks of this in. So Ian and myself grabbed 4 more genres. We randomly picked what would be the order, and comedy won the first film. As you guys know, I'm not a huge comedy guy, especially newer comedies. I have a very dry, weird sense of humor. So what do? I got this new app on my phone, which I've been using for random reviews. So I figured out, with the help of Ian, because I couldn't figure it out, how to set the parameters on the phone to, when I shake the phone, it pops up a random comedy, so I don't have to choose. One more lazy step in life. But anyway, at that point, it chose 2001's Ghost World. Wasn't ever sure about this movie. That's why it has a $3.95 sticker for buying it used at a video store. Starring Thora Birch, Scarlett Johansson, Steve Buscemi, and Brad Renfro, who passed away way too early in life. He died from a drug overdose, but he was a fairly up-and-coming young actor. Right off the top of my head, the only thing I can really remember is The Client. He was the young boy in that, but I think he really had some potential. But anyway, drugs won, as they often do. Based on a graphic novel, this came out in 2001, so it's got, comedy 2001. It's already got a negative from me. But I gotta say, it's a good film. It really is. It's comedy and a drama together. It leans more towards drama than it does comedy, but it has some of that dry-ass comedy that I love. Just little things that you would like, not like, la ha ha, but you're like, you get it and you laugh. So it does fall under the comedy title. Anyway, it's about 2 girls that graduate high school. They have nothing in common with everybody else. They hate everything that's popular. Basically, they are just weird. They're just weird people. But they don't like anything that happens to be popular. They try their best to be different, to the point where you're trying too hard. Brittany, played by Scarlett Johansson, is the more, I won't call her smart, but the more sophisticated of the two. Enid is played by Thora Birch, and she's a character that, home life isn't the greatest. Her dad is like really unemotional and almost acts like he's scared to death of her. And together, they are, right after high school, they have dreams of moving in together and getting jobs and just, living their life. But as the film goes on, you realize that Brittany's the only one really sticking to this plan. She's the only one really growing up. And as we go, you see Enid, she's not willing to let go of that person she was in high school, which can be good or bad. In Brittany's case, this is a phase. She went through this phase. She was with a friend that was in the same phase, and now she's moving on with her life. Whereas Enid is just, she's stuck there because she doesn't know how to act any other way. This is how she was, and whatever. But just like any other tale, and in your personal life, as far as high school goes, you were really, really close with these people, or maybe just one person. I myself had one friend that I hung out with. Hell, I grew up with him. I stayed at his house more than I stayed at my house. And just after a while, after school, you do your separate things, and you just grow apart. You're still friends. You still keep in contact. Every once in a while, you'll run into each other, and it's fine. That kind of thing. Well, that's what Brittany's doing. She's moving on, but doesn't expect Enid not to move with her. And there we go. So, in one of their crazy, dreamed-up schemes, they find a personal ad in a newspaper looking for this person that they seen in the airport, and if this is you, here's my number. Well, they decide to call and pull a prank on him. And then, of course, when he comes and shows up, they decide to follow him home. Well, they end up going to a garage sale that he's having, selling records, and kind of a weird relationship sprouts between Enid and Steve Buscemi's character. And weird in the sense that, to me, she's grasping onto this because he's actually friendly. He's actually a person that's showing interest in her. But at the whole time, when you look at it from his perspective, he's just kind of weirded out by this chick, you know. He tries to get her to go away, then he doesn't, you know, what a blah, blah, blah. Brittany's moved on. She's got her apartment. Enid's still weird as shit. And finally, we come to an end that's just kind of lets you know, hey, it's life. Shit happens. Sometimes you just got to move on and do your thing. And along the way, we get some laughs. There's a character that's in the convenience store, which they go to quite frequently. That's where Brad Renfro works as a cashier. And there's this shirtless guy that's never coming out of the 70s or 80s, I guess. He's got a mullet, big-ass sunglasses, and nunchucks. Listens to loud music outside the store. So that's some comedy there. Overall, it does have a couple laughs in it. It's not the best film in the world. It's definitely not the worst. It is very, very dry. And I will tell you this, Thora Birch is one of those actresses that I just can't ever really get into because she's basically kind of the same person in every film. And from watching this, if you watched this, you would never think Scarlett Johansson would turn into anything because she is so stiff and, I don't know, just like she would be in only this movie. That's the kind of feel I got, like, yeah, she's only going to do one movie. She might do a couple independent films, that's it. There's nothing about her that says this is a star. And we all know she's going on with success with some actually really good films, not just, you know, Black Widow, but other stuff. And that's about it. That is Ghost World. Now, in tradition of what I'm doing right now with my phone, at the end of this video, I am going to add a clip of me showing you the next film. And next week's genre file is war. So I'll have it pick a war film. So I'll see you then. Alright, gang, just as promised, we're going to shake the phone for the next film. I know you can't really see that because of the phone glare. But I have set the settings on here to only show war films. So when I randomize it, war films are the only thing that'll pop up. Apparently I have 79 war films. I don't know if that's accurate or not, because I never counted them. But it counts everything that has war in the genre part of this. So we'll give it a shake, and we'll see what next week's genre files is. And I can't see it. You guys see it first. We have Valkyrie. Yay. So next week we're going to talk about Valkyrie. And until then, I'll see y'all later.